In a 2-0 win against Chorley in the league, can you just sum up that performance?
I thought really happy with the scoreboard. Obviously, I thought the performance was good. We were first half. I thought we lacked a little bit of our usual selves, just in terms of how clean we are with the ball. I felt we just passed the ball a little bit generic at times and didn't put enough love on it and didn't put any messages on the ball. And listen, we still created a lot of opportunities first half, and we weren't quite clinical in them moments. So we tried to address it at half time, and I just wanted a little bit more from the boys, because obviously with the win, with the conditions, we knew that Chorley were going to come with a lot second half with the win behind them. And I just felt that we should have been more comfortable at half time. And I just really wanted us to up our standards, really. But there's been a bit of like a bug going through the group this week with the boys. A lot of them have been off sick and ill, so they come today and they find a way to get the energy in to win the game, and with a good performance as well. So they deserve a lot of credit. And yeah, we need to get better at certain things, which we definitely will. But I can't get away from how much the boys fight and how much they run for each other and how much they love each other. And that's ultimately why we're winning games at the moment.
After our last interview, we sort of spoke about how playing Chorley back to back, how you're going to attack that week. How did you go about that?
Like I said to you last week, we really focused on us. They changed a little bit second half last week, and they pressed with different numbers. So the space then became available in other areas. So we made sure that the boys were well aware of the areas where we felt the space was going to open up, in which players we wanted to occupy that space. And then when we find the ball in that space, what we want to do with it from then. And I think that was the thing, what was a little bit frustrating first half. We got the ball in that area where we spoke the boys about how the game was going to look, and then we just maybe let ourselves down with a couple of actions, just a little bit sloppiness and not being sort of really on top of our game. But as I say, the boys gave everything, and they have all week. We've had lads who have missed Tuesday, lads who missed Wednesday, and we seem to have had like something going through the club. So to turn up, as I've said, and put the performance in and take the detail on what we worked on in training is incredible from them.
Wardy and Blackie get on the score sheet. What do you make of their goals?
Yeah, Wardy's is something that we work on a lot in terms of the position that he arrives in. I think Ked's either lets it go or their player gets a nick on it, and he's calm with his finish, which is really good. We found that area quite a lot today, and we should have had more goals from that area. And then Blackie does incredible to win the penalty, and he takes his penalty outstandingly, a little bit better than he did last week, to be fair. He drilled it, and it was a really good finish. And again, not to be critical of the boys, because I can't be, because of how hard they've worked this week, but we definitely should have more goals on the scoreboard today.
There was a bit of a dangerous incident involving Kedwin Scott. Anything you want to add about that?
Obviously you've got to be careful what to say, because I know the officials, they do the best, and it's a really, really tough job. Slightly disappointing that it kind of didn't get seen, but I guess that just happens in football, and it's important how we react to it. And obviously Kedwin's felt it, then he gets frustrated, and it's important that we try and keep calm, and we focus on the game, and we focus on what we need to do to get over the line. And I think these things happen in football, in terms of sometimes the refs don't see certain things, and it's important that you don't let the referee's decision or anything else that we can't control affect the outcome of essentially what we're trying to do.
Next week we've been drawn to Spalding United in the FA Cup, a really good opportunity to progress into the first round proper. Is that a game you're looking forward to?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to all the games always. I understand that I'm really privileged to be in this position, and we're all really privileged to work in football. So if I ever stand in front of you and say I'm not looking forward to a game, then there's a big problem. But it's going to be such a hard game, because they're going to come, and it's going to be the biggest game for them, and we have to match that. And they're going to try, and obviously it's a cup final for both of us, and we really want to progress, and they really want to progress, and they're a good side. They're doing well in their league as well, with some good players. So it's going to be a really tough game, but again, we have to come with that energy, and we have to work on us. And as long as it looks like us, and we run as much as we have been running, then I think we'll give them a lot of problems.
This game marks your 10th win as South Shields manager in all competitions. Is that something you're proud of very early on at the start of the season?
Not really, no. It doesn't really mean anything. We just have to listen. It's no good me telling the boys to be present and trying to just live in the moment and turn up every day in training and be better than me sort of reflecting on 10 games, it doesn't mean anything. We just got to come in next week and make sure that training's bang on it. And we're so early into our journey, as I've said a million times, and the credit for any wins or any amount of run that we've been on goes to the players. They're the ones who are running as much as what they are. They're the ones who's putting the performance in. Myself, Carl and the staff, we're just here to help as much as they can. So the game belongs to the players, which I say all the time, and they deserve the credit. So for me, it doesn't mean anything.